Welcome back to Ion Radio. I'm John.
And I'm Ken.
And today we are going to do our basically yearly channel update video.
It has been about a year since we last did this, John, so probably a good time to do it.
Big shout out and thank you to all of our Patreon members. They've been a huge help for us to develop our studio and help keep us going.
Just going to throw this one out. All of our patrons get involved in a couple different things with us. Not only do you get to kind of help with some of the decisions we do, like with fleets and whatnot for some of our, like Madness as a prime example, but we also have quarterly chats where usually we've got patron members talk with me, John, depending on who's available, and the Admiral tier does get some nifty extra perks. So check out our Patreon site for all the details there.
Okay, so this is coming up on the 6th year of our channel, which is insane.
Hard to believe it's been that long.
Can't believe it's been that long. So we're going to talk about new scheduling of how we want the basically next year to develop into.
We're going to break this down into a 4 and 5 week schedule based on the month. So every Friday will be week 1 through 4. So week 1 will be Star Wars Armada. Week 2 will be BattleTech. Week 3 will be Star Wars Armada. Week 4 we'll go Into the Unknown with Star Trek Into the Unknown. And week 5 is going to be our off week. If we have something special thrown in there, we'll be able to include that in and you get a bonus video on week 5.
The reason why we have this that way is because then Ken and I can switch off editing. So we can get some recordings done, switch off editing, and then we can keep the process going for everyone.
It's also worth noting we're going to keep our 2-week end of the year thing off, so you won't usually get a video that last Friday of December and the first one of January.
Yeah. With the holidays, our viewership goes down because everyone's spending time with their family, which is what you should be doing, not watching ships fight.
So since we're talking about ships fighting, let's get into Star Wars Armada.
So we have wrapped up filming for 2025 This Is Madness tournament. Everything was delayed. Life has been crazy busy. I switched jobs again. I moved from last year, and every month I've had something catastrophic break. So I'm hoping for a month that doesn't have something catastrophic happen. That would be just really, really nice. So that has really, really hurt our recording schedule. Also with Adepticon streaming for Worlds, that usually takes out about
2 months,
2 to 3 months of recording. So that's why Madness usually gets done in April, is still in the process of being released.
But that will be over with come about the first Friday, I think in November is when the final's coming. So that'll be here soon enough. And we have decided we are going to do Madness 2026. And usually it's around Thanksgiving or so where we start asking for fleet submissions. So stay tuned to that. Those will be coming up. We'll have some kind of really weird, random set of madness to be thrown into Armada once again.
Yeah, Madness is one of my favorite parts of Armada that we do on the channel, so I really wanted to keep that going. So look out for our rules and fleet requests. That's, of course, going to go out to Patreon members first.
Now, there are going to be 2 more episodes of Armada that will hit between the end of Madness and the end of the year. That'll be our 6th year anniversary special and our Christmas special. And we're kind of thinking of doing something interesting for those 2.
Yes. So for our anniversary episode, we're going to be releasing a poll on our Patreon, and they're going to help us select what they would like to see for that anniversary episode.
And then we've got our Christmas special. We had one that we put out, I want to say that was 2020 or thereabouts, with the ISDs, 8 of them on the table.
I think that was in our first studio.
It might
first
have been.
Studio, my apartment. What studio are we on now? We have like tons of different studios.
Like
so
7th or 8th one, I don't know.
First studio, my apartment. Second studio, my wife's condo when we got married. Then it was my house in Plainfield. Then your house.
My house in Oak Lawn.
Then your house
in Orland.
And now we're
here.
in my house here. So that's like what, 6? Is
Yeah,
where we got to?
6.
Yeah, we're on 6, Studio 6. That first Christmas special was Studio 1, so it's been a while.
9 if you include the 3 mobile studios at Adepticon.
Oh, geez.
But we've got another Christmas special coming out. We haven't quite figured out the details, but we've got about 3 or 4 ideas we're kicking around. That'll be akin to last time it was Christmas trees. Who knows what we're going to do this time? But it should be a fun, large, probably 800-point match. Who knows? It won't be 1,200. But
Maybe.
We'll see.
We'll see. And we have planned to finish out the rest of Season 8 of Armada. We were in a stuck point that we didn't want to continue on because of the October. We could have actually filmed all of the whole thing.
We probably could have.
We didn't want to release things and then have the October update drop in the middle of it and then outdate everything that we were doing. So we put a pause on it. So we're planning to finish the rest of Season 8 with the currently updated rules from the last AMG update.
And then the other series that we get questions on is my Extra Madness series. Currently filming the second round of that. There's going to be 3 total rounds. That's going to be an extra series that's going to get kind of thrown in probably on Tuesdays during the course of the year after I'm done filming it. So probably be November-ish or so when the next round comes out. Maybe a little bit earlier if you guys get lucky. And then once that's done, I'll take a pause, refilm it, and then you'll get the final round out of that as well.
Yeah. So that takes us to midway through 2026, which is probably when we'll release our next update video. So that is our roundup for our current Armada plans. So moving on to Star Trek, we are still very excited to be playing Star Trek Into the Unknown. Life got busy. That's why we didn't continue with the campaign at the time. But we're back on track.
Yes.
So we're going to be releasing later this month, which should be August, unless something crazy happens. We'll be releasing the Origin demo that Ken got to play when he went to Origins. So we'll be releasing that mission, and then we'll be back on a normal cadence for releasing the campaign that we started now. It's a couple months ago.
It was a couple months ago.
Wow. So we're back into it. We've been very much so enjoying playing it together. Pew pew torpedoes. Apparently I can't stack them. Really disappointing. It's not going to stop me from using them though.
No, but you will get to fire more torpedoes. We have updated our filming. So now that we have 2 fully functional studios, we're filming Star Trek in my basement. We're filming Armada here. So now we don't have to tear down and rebuild every time. So we're at a pretty good cadence right now of every couple of weeks getting another episode of Into the Unknown out. So hopefully there'll be no more interruptions there.
Yeah, but that doesn't do it for our Star Trek content. I believe you have more information for a series that a lot of people have been enjoying.
So a lot of people liked what I did with Star Trek Alliance Part 1. So Part 2, everything has now been, as of this morning, has been finished with new parts being 3D printed, painted and everything else. So I believe it's probably going to be tomorrow or the next day that I'm going to actually start filming the next round. As usual, I'm going to send a couple pictures to John saying, what should we do here? Because I have no idea. So John kind of flies...
I fly remotely.
So he's got a drone ship.
I'm like that Romulan from Enterprise. They strap me in a room and they just use my brain power for that, right?
That's kind of how it works. But monthly episodes of that will probably be coming back. I'm thinking January of 2026, maybe February. But it takes some time to film it up, and then we have to edit it. What I want to do this time through is once it's released, it'll be at least 1 a month for going into 2026.
Well, we are waiting because excitedly soon.
Oh, that's right.
Soon, the new Into the Unknown box set should come
Rising
out,
Tensions.
and that should have Klingons. So we're both very excited to get our hands on those type of ships.
If you're interested in taking a look at the ships in advance, I did get an opportunity to interview John Schaefer from WizKids, and he was very kind to show me those the new ships, and I loved the little wings moving on the Bird of Prey, the Burrell class. So take a look at that. We'll have a link to that in the video description. BattleTech, guys. We've been wanting to get back to BattleTech since pre-COVID.
Yeah. Yes. A lot of people don't realize this. So we built the channel wanting to record 2 games.
Yes.
Star Wars Armada
Uh-huh.
and BattleTech.
Yes.
That was the original plan from the very first day.
Yep.
One of those has been recorded a lot, and the other one has not been. And a lot of that has to do with time and studio space.
Right.
And we're finally at the point that I think we can take BattleTech back on.
Yes.
Recently, they did a release. It's called Hinterlands, and it's this mercenary small battle, and you build your mercenary force up in a campaign system. And it's beautiful. And we're going to attempt it. So we have lots of different ideas for BattleTech because there's a lot going on with BattleTech with all the Kickstarters and everything. So we're going to be starting a classic BattleTech Hinterlands campaign. We're going to start off with forces between the 2 of us, and we have some other ideas to expand that on the future road.
So the first video you guys are going to see, it's going to come out probably about a month. We've got some unboxings that, John, you're already halfway through. That'll be coming out in near term. But latest, we're going to do a primer video where we're going to showcase our initial companies, painted up for whatever our factions are going to be. Jade Falcon.
Mercenary Jade Falcon. That's even worse than even worse than just normal Jade Falcons.
Do I still get to wear the war paint and have enhanced imaging?
No.
Oh. Yeah.
All those warriors went to Terra, spoiler, and died.
Well, I had to ask, folks. But we already have a primer video with all the new mechs, introducing the Hinterlands campaign and what we're going to do with that. And stay tuned, because we may actually have an extra Patreon perk for BattleTech as we get into it.
Correct. Also, between now and 6 to 8-ish months, who knows, it's coming soon, is going to be the Alpha Strike Aces. And if you guys don't know what that is, it is a card-generated AI system to play against. So Ken and I can be on the same team and face an AI-run Alpha Strike game. I'm really excited about this. That box set should be coming out soon-ish. So when that comes out, we're going to run through that campaign together on the same side, which should be really, really fun against the computer. I call it computer, but you know what I mean. Force. So I have the beta rules that they released, I think, years ago at this point.
A couple years ago.
Years ago at this point with one of the Kickstarters. I've had it, and I haven't had a chance to play it. I have all the cards printed. I just haven't had time. So I'm in the process of recording those beta games so that we can see how it runs, so then I can learn how to film it. So when Aces actually comes out, we can hit the ground running and we can do an Aces campaign together.
I'm excited for this for the big reason we've done 1 or 2 games where we've done co-op, John and I against like a remote opponent, and people really like that, and I have a lot of fun with those.
Yes.
So I know that I'm going to be joining you with a bunch of the Aces campaigns, and you're going to probably running a bunch on your own, kind of like what I'm doing with Star Trek Alliance.
Exactly.
So that's, I think, what we have for BattleTech.
Okay, so that is our plan, our tentative plan for the next year. And I'm really, really excited for it because we're going to be going in directions that are, we wanted our channel from the very, 6 years later, we're getting around to it.
It's only been 6 years, John, so we're finally there, and, you know, hey, Star Trek Alliance finally got the other 2 parts out, so now we could really do that, and Aces with BattleTech. So yeah, I think we're there.
So I'm really, really excited about what's going on. We do have some questions that we have a lot of people asking us these questions right now, so we figured we would add them to the video so we could answer them in person.
So here they are. So why aren't we running Worlds? We had to kind of make a few pretty tough decisions. If we were going to run Worlds, we would be doing so in the Atomic Mass Games space, which would give us the ability to do streaming. We'd get a lot of things kind of covered in terms of costs. But there would be no 3D prints, there'd be no unofficial components. It would have to be AMG rule set based on the errata that they released in January, I think it was. And that was it. There'd be no room for community anything. So with that said, we were given a choice. We could either do like I just said, or we could have community run. And then that would be outside of the AMG space, and then kind of no holds barred on what could and could not be there. Kind of had to make some decisions here as a channel, though, also.
So We are content creators. I can't speak for the community and what they want. And I don't want to be the person that's going to be deciding this 3D ship can be used and that 3D ship can't be, or to come up with the reasons of this new base or that new base is legal and not legal. That is not something that I'm interested in enforcing. I would have to learn all the different rule sets and be proficient in them. And I honestly just don't have time to learn all the other game systems proficiently enough and then be able to run multiple types of tournaments with different rule sets at the same time. That would not be enjoyable for me to run, and I don't know if it would be enjoyable for other people to run either. So with those two options of putting us into a really hard spot, we decided to opt out of running Worlds.
So with those, like John said, difficult decision, we decided best thing for the community is allow Armada to be community run so that we are not restricted and you have the ability to run various different things at Adepticon.
Yeah. With it not being forced into the AMG space, that allows anyone that is interested in running something at Adepticon to reach out to Adepticon and talk to Adepticon so that they could run their own event.
So are we streaming Worlds in 2026? Although we've had a great 3-year run here in 23, 24, 25, we are opting to not stream Worlds in 2026. And there are a lot of reasons for that.
It frankly comes down to, I hate to say this, but it comes down to money. AMG subsidized a lot of things for Worlds because it was their event. And streaming was part of that process. We still lost money every single time, but at least we had our hotel coverage and like power and internet put down. We learned how much power and internet is. To have just a single power outlet put in cost over $500.
Like $500 just for the one.
For
run.
one.
Mm-hmm.
So to be able to do that on our own would be an insane cost to us.
And that would also then, if we wanted to try have that covered, your event prices go up, and we don't want to do that. So we feel it's in the best interest of everyone playing at Worlds. We're not going to increase your ticket prices, let you guys play the game. I'm sorry that we're not going to be streaming, but I mean, it is what it is there. The other thing that, John and I have both kind of talked about, that's 3 years that we've not played any games of Armada at Worlds, that we haven't been able to really do much of anything at the con. So for us, I mean, we kind of want a break too.
Yes. Also, to be able to do that, we basically have to shut down production of Ion Radio, and it's shut down for 3 months. Yeah. So over the last 3 years, we've lost over 9 months of production time for Ion, and that's how you can see that our video spacing has increased while we've both have gotten busier and then losing almost a year of recording time to produce Worlds. So our next question is, are we going to be using ARC or Legacy content in our videos?
The answer to that is no. Our planned content right now is going to be using the AMG final rule set. We haven't even gotten that out to the table. So we're going to do that, which gets us through pretty much the next year. And then at some point, in Q2 of 2026, we'll make a decision on how we're going to run future sessions of Armada.
We broke ties with ARC last November, and at that time, we decided that it would be in the best interest of the channel that we do not provide any media coverage for them or any other homebrew or community efforts. We wish all those groups success in their individual endeavors, and we will be continuing with the AMG rule set for ourselves.
All right, so what does this mean? Again, Armada is going to continue here on the channel, along with Star Trek Into the Unknown and BattleTech, kind of formulating our big 3 series. If you add Star Trek Alliance into that, that'll kind of be 4.
Right. Well, we'll just throw that into the theme of Star Trek.
But I'm excited, especially for Into the Unknown and the new Rising Tensions box, which will be coming out soonish, maybe? We'll find out.
To be announced. Yeah. No, I'm actually really excited. Not having to break down everything and then reconstruct it every couple of months as both of us move, and with streaming and everything like that, we should be able to start getting into the good cadence of being able to start actually recording again instead of like we record, we edit, we release, which has been very stressful for both of us.
It's been, I've got more gray hairs because of it. That's for sure. Go back to the first episode, see how few gray hairs I had then, and take a look now. They're all over here and here and right here. But, the other thing, John, I'm really looking forward to Hinterlands with BattleTech, because I think we're going to be able to tell a good, compelling story with our two different factions is kind of what we're thinking right now. So, I don't know. I think it'll be fun. And I'm just enjoying playing games again.
Correct. We want to be on the channel enjoying what we're producing, and this should allow us to switch things up so we're not doing the same thing all the time, and enjoy all the different aspects of gaming that we both enjoyed, which is why we set out to make this channel to begin with.
So at this time, I think it's a great opportunity for us to thank everyone, our subscribers, fans of our channel, people that have come up to us at Adepticon just to thank us for everything we've done for all the various different game lines, and the 12 different structural damage cards that I've managed to sign at this point. But thank you so much, because not only does that mean a lot to us, that we really appreciate everyone coming out, loving what we're doing. It's fun that we get to meet all of you guys out in person as well.
Yeah, big shout out and thank you to all of our Patreon members. I cannot emphasize this enough. You guys have been huge for us being able to get this channel up and running to the quality that we currently are. And without you guys, none of this would have been possible.
All right, so at this point, we're just going to say, why don't you leave some comments below in terms of what you guys are excited to see from Ion Radio over the next year. And then if you don't put something in the comments on YouTube, check us out on Discord, or throw it up on the Facebook, or there's a million ways to get a hold of us. But let us know what you're excited about and what you're looking forward to see.
Okay, until next year, I'm John.
And I'm Ken.
And this is Ion Radio.